Nowadays, no forest echoes with the call of this bird. More than 2 centuries ago, Norfolk Island was the exclusive world of a unique parrot species. Its scientific name is Nestor productus, the Norfolk Island Kākā parrot. It bears gray-brown plumage, orange-yellow cheeks, and a powerful, long, curved beak. On ancient tree trunks, Arrow's beak functions as a third hand. Breeding season has arrived. ARO must find a female before the last chance slips away. ARO doesn't forage randomly. It inspects each crack and listens for feedback from the tree trunk. The first pull failed. But instead of leaving, it paused to find another weak point. It changed its approach, using its foot to steady itself and pulling the bark diagonally. After multiple adjustments, ARO retrieved the energy-rich food hidden deep within the tree. A ripe fruit was out of reach. The branch was too weak to bear its body weight. Instead of risking a step, ARO pulled the entire branch towards itself. To find a mate, ARO must leave its familiar feeding grounds and fly deep into the island. From the highest point, it called out, awaiting an answer from unexplored territory. The call attracted another male protecting its own foraging territory. A fight could injure it. ARO chose to conserve energy and leave. Rain obscured all sounds. At this moment, patience was as crucial as strength. Amidst the last droplets, a soft call echoed from the coastal forest. The owner of the call was Luma, a mature female foraging alone. ARO kept its distance. Only a movement too fast could make the female fly away. It opened its wings, lowered its body, and began a display full of restraint. Luma was not convinced. ARO had to prove it was not a threat. Instead of continuing to display, ARO brought a piece of food it had just found. Luma accepted the gift. 2 strangers began allowing each other into their personal space. Finding each other was just the beginning. The pair needed a secure tree hollow for breeding. The first hollow was spacious, but the nest entrance was too close to the ground and easily accessible. Deep in the valley, ARO discovered a tree cavity high above the ground and concealed. Luma inspected the depth, the wooden base, and any crevices that could hide danger. Luma's calm demeanor showed the choice was made. This would be their home. In the darkness of the tree trunk, Luma created a soft bedding layer from decaying wood fragments. While Luma prepared the nest, ARO continuously found food to help the female accumulate energy. Then, in a quiet morning, the first egg appeared. Each small egg carried the hope that the species' call would continue. Despite heavy rain, ARO still had to leave shelter to bring food back. ARO's memory and persistence now served more than just itself. After long days of waiting, a faint sound echoed from within the eggshell. The first chick entered the world in a fragile state, utterly dependent. The quiet nest was now full of small movements and calls for food. Arrow brought food, while Luma kept them warm and directly cared for the constantly hungry beaks. Days passed, their eyes opened, and first layers of feathers began to cover their bodies. Before they could fly, they began to learn how to coordinate their beaks, feet, and balance. Offshore, a completely new world was approaching the island. Humans brought tools, livestock, and changes native birds had never faced. Ancient trees were felled, taking with them food sources and hollow nests formed over years. Just a moment of carelessness turned curiosity into a confined situation. Some were hunted, some kept as pets, and many never returned to the forest. In the nest, the new generation was ready to venture out, but the forest awaiting them had changed. The first flight was clumsy, but the beak helped the chick secure a second chance. Where ARO once found food, there was now only a bare tree stump. As forest trees dwindled, food became scarce, and competition grew fiercer. Individuals were taken from the island, causing familiar calls to disappear one by one. Then one day, its call only returned as an echo. Thousands of kilometers from its homeland, a final individual lived in captivity. Even behind bars, its instinct for observation and exploration had not vanished. In 1851, the last known individual was believed to have died in captivity. A species once flying freely now only exists through specimens, illustrations, and historical memory. We cannot bring this bird back, but we can prevent such a tragedy from happening again. Extinction doesn't begin with silence. It ends when the last call is left unanswered.